Is blogging dead? With so much multimedia content out there, we're encouraged to create videos and audio content, live stream, create visually engaging content. So is the simple act of writing worth your while? Do people want to read anymore? Now, I would argue yes, for so many different reasons. And in this episode of my It Started With Content case study series, I'm sharing the incredibly inspiring stories of not one, not two, but three people who all found amazing business success through their content. All three people have really diverse careers, but they all started in the same place, with a blog. So let's dive in. Now, firstly, introducing Brian Clark, the founder of Copyblogger. If you've not heard of Brian before, here's what you need to know. He's a writer and entrepreneur. He's been featured in Forbes, and he's the founder of the most influential content marketing blog in the world. But how did he achieve this? When Brian first started Copyblogger in 2006, he had one focus: building an audience. That was his main priority above all else. There was no big business strategy or overarching method. He just wanted to grow a following, find out their problems and desires, and then figure out a product to help them later down the line. He did this by consistently publishing informative and useful content, sharing high-value articles consistently, and it kept people coming back. And as he watched his audience grow, he also started to see their pain points. Paying attention to his audience gave Brian a keen insight into what his audience wanted and, crucially, what they would pay for. So when he did start producing products, his audience went wild for them. Now, Copyblogger is a WordPress software company and an online education and training company, generating millions of dollars of revenue every year. Now, I find Brian's story so inspiring because he used his blog to create his business rather than the other way around. So not the traditional route of starting a business and then adding a blog. And the most important point is he wouldn't have a business if he hadn't started a blog. For my second inspiring example, let me introduce you to Nathan Barry, the founder of ConvertKit. Now, today he's the owner of a $25 million business, but back in 2011, he was a guy with a dream to quit his job. In fact, Nathan wanted to quit so much that he started a blog in an attempt to make money from the internet. It was worth a try, and wow, did he achieve his dream. Nathan chose blogging because he saw it as an opportunity to be known by others and form relationships with people. He wanted to communicate with others online like they were peers, and he saw blogging as a way to show he was credible and encourage people to respond to him. What's really interesting about Nathan's story is his bravery and willingness to take new opportunities. When he had an idea or saw potential to level up his blog and business, he took it. Now, Nathan's first leap came when he saw a lot of bloggers making money from ebooks. Now, his email list had only around 800 subscribers at the time, but he took the leap and launched the App Design Handbook in 2012, just a year after starting his blog. And by the end of the week, the ebook had generated a whopping $20,000 in revenue. So already you might be thinking this is how Nathan's story goes, blogs to ebooks. Well, yes and no. So Nathan did go on and sell a second ebook, which actually sold for $25,000 on its first day. But really, the ebook experience planted a seed that would help Nathan grow his website far beyond what he ever imagined. Now, Nathan paid close attention to his ebook marketing, and he realised that not only did he find it easier to grow an email list than his Twitter followers, but he noticed that email subscribers were also much more likely to buy from him, so 15 times more likely. And this realisation, coupled with a failure to find an email marketing product that worked for him, resulted in Nathan founding and developing ConvertKit, an email marketing software company. It took just 2 years and several big leaps of faith for Nathan to go from a blogger aspiring to quit his day job to founding his own SaaS company. ConvertKit was generating over $8 million turnover in 4 years. And it's not been all roses. It did take time before ConvertKit took off, but he's gone above and beyond achieving his dream. He did quit his job. Now, I really love Nathan's stories. It just goes to show what investing in content, growing an audience, and believing in yourself can do for your business. Now I've got one more example of a blogs to riches story that I absolutely love talking about, and that's the incredible story of Martin Lewis. Now Martin is the founder of moneysavingexpert.com. So we all know the power of an email list. Email subscribers are more likely to champion you and buy from you, so growing your email subscriber list really can be paramount to business success. Well, imagine the power of a 7.5 million strong email list. That's how many people signed up to Martin Lewis's free weekly email through his moneysavingexpert.com website. So who is Martin Lewis and how did he do it? For those of you who aren't familiar with him, Martin Lewis is a financial journalist who is extremely well known in the UK. He's the go-to authority for financial advice on everything from buying a house to redeeming McDonald's vouchers. He's a regular on British TV programmes, and he has his own TV show where he shares up-to-date money-saving tips, and he educates his audience and answers their questions live on his show. And he's become one of the most credible finance personalities in the UK, and it all started with, you guessed it, a blog. Now in 2003, Martin spent £80 setting up his blog. At the time, he just wanted to provide information to others. He had no big dreams of starting a business. He simply wanted to use content to educate people to be better with their money. So the Money Saving Expert website did exactly what it said on the tin. Martin shared ways that everyone and anyone could save money. It had a huge target audience and provided high value free content that people just couldn't get enough of. And as the site's following grew, so did Martin's platform. His content became so valuable to people that surveys show people trust him even when he's talking about something that isn't money related. Now, I believe this is one of the greatest benefits of creating content. It can really establish trust like nothing else. Martin sold his blog in 2012, but he's still really heavily involved with the website and writes the weekly email to the 7.5 million subscribers. And his dedication to providing his audience with content they couldn't get enough of really is a tale of spinning straw into gold, as The Guardian reported in 2019. They said the business of saving money has made Lewis extremely wealthy. After he sold the site in 2012 to the price comparison firm Money Supermarket for £87 million, the Financial Times called him the most successful journalist in the world ever. A year later, he was the 7th most Googled celebrity in the UK, nestled between Taylor Swift and Beyonce. So how's that for a rags to riches content journey? So I hope this episode has shown you that it's possible to go from zero to hero with your content. It starts with getting started. If you work hard, stay focused and consistent, and provide quality content that your audience loves, then who knows where it might take you.